Good morning, this is John Hauser with Free Advice. Continuing on with the book of Proverbs, today is February 2, 2026. We will be looking at chapter 2 of the book of Proverbs. My son, if you will receive my sayings and treasure my commandments within you, make your ear attentive to wisdom, incline your heart to understanding. For if you cry for discernment, and lift up your voice for understanding, if you seek her as silver, and search for her as hidden treasure, then you will discern the fear of the Lord, and discover the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in integrity, guarding the paths of justice. And he preserves the way of his godly ones. Then you will discern righteousness and justice and equity and every good course. For wisdom will enter your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will guard you. Understanding will watch over you, to deliver you from the way of evil, from the man who speaks perverse things, from those who leave the paths of uprightness, to walk in the ways of darkness, who delight in doing evil and rejoice in the perversity of evil, whose paths are crooked, and who are devious in their ways, to deliver you from the strange woman. Now this is the first part of Proverbs chapter 2, verses 1 through 15. I'd like you to sit down and take a good look at that. And again, have pen in hand. Have pen in hand. Here's a pen. I got a pen right here. Have a notebook where you can write down notes as you're reading the verses and as the verses speak to you. Now, for the next few minutes, I want to talk about a couple of things, and hopefully this will work out here. I want to see if I can work out I want to say a couple things here. I want you to consider, to observe, to watch carefully, to notice, to perceive, and to learn. Now, going back into my sales history, as an outside salesperson, I would do 3 to 5 interviews per day. And after a while, after interviewing so many people, after a while, I learned how to observe people and to how to carefully analyze people, to notice what they said, to perceive what they were saying and what their needs were, and to learn what they actually could do or what they actually wanted to do. So I'm suggesting that you learn how to observe and observe people. Now there's a few things that I have seen as I've gone along, and I'm going to talk about a few things that I've seen people do. And I'm flipping the pages here. The first thing I would like to do is talk about bad habits. I work with a lot of young people now. I mean, every day I'm working with young people, and I see so many bad habits that young people have. And let me tell you about some of them. Drinking alcoholic beverages, booze, whiskey, beer. I meet so many young people that are wasting their money on alcoholic beverages, ruining their lives, getting drunk and then not remembering what they did, what they said, where they spent their money. And then they wonder, why am I broke? Why don't I have any money? Drinking is a very bad habit. And I would highly recommend to stop drinking. Don't drink beer, don't drink wine, don't drink booze. It's just bad for you. It's bad for your mind. It's bad for your health. It's bad for your body. No good comes out of it. Here's another one. Here's another one that I see people wasting money on right here. I see people wasting money every day. Every day I see people, especially young people, smoking or vaping. There is no good in smoking cigarettes, none at all, or cigars, or any of the other things that people smoke. And there's no good in vaping. It is all entirely a waste of money. And yet I constantly see young people that go into smoke shops and spend lots of money on smokes. I have a friend who recently told me that he quit smoking, and he said the reason he quit smoking was because it became too expensive. He told me how much he was spending per day on a pack of cigarettes, and he was adding up what he was spending on cigarettes every week and then every month, and he realized that he was smoking away his retirement. So he gave up smoking cold turkey and doesn't smoke anymore. His health has improved, he has lost weight, he has more energy, he just feels better, and he has more money in the bank. Because smoking is just bad for you. All right, here's another one that I see people wasting money on. I was recently in a convenience store and witnessed a man spend over $300 on lottery tickets. And while he was in the convenience store, he rubbed them all off and looked at all of them, and he didn't win anything. But there's $300 gone forever on lottery tickets. Do you realize that if you put that $300 in the bank, and even if you were just drawing a small amount of interest, how much it would mean to you? Or if you were to save $300 a year, $300 a month, save $300 a month, that's $3,600 a year. $3,600 will buy you a pretty decent vacation or help with your car repairs or home repairs. So, stop doing some of these things. The next thing that I see all the time, and I hear this constantly, almost every day, is bad language. Do you really want your children to grow up and use such bad language all the time? Do you really want your children to talk that way? I see people all the time that will cuss at their parents. They will use the F word, the MF word, and all kinds of words right in front of their children and talk to their children that way. Don't you realize what you're doing to your children? You're impregnating their minds with bad language and bad habits. And what will those children grow up to be with bad language and bad habits? Here's another one. I don't understand yoga pants. I don't understand why women nowadays want to dress so immodestly and want to show absolutely everything. But do you want your children to grow up and be like that? Do you want your children to grow up and dress immodestly? I don't think so. Here's another one. I don't have to talk about this very much, but overeating and obesity. Do we want our children to grow up and be healthy? In order for our children to grow up and be healthy, we have to think, act, and eat healthy. And bad attitudes. I am convinced, after dealing with hundreds of thousands of young people, that the bad attitudes that they have come from their parents. They learn bad attitudes from their parents. They also learn it from television. They learn it from rock stars, pop stars, and all these supposed stars that are on television, radio, video games, everything else. Now, you already know if you've watched any of my videos, I'm a little bit old school. I'll be 76 this year, and I'm observing these things. But these things can be changed. Parents can change these attitudes in the children, but they have to first change the attitude in themselves. Let's go back and take a look at something. What does he say here? He says, My son, if you will receive my sayings, and treasure my commandments within you, make your ear attentive to wisdom, incline your heart to discernment. I got to focus here so I can finish reading it. Let your voice for understanding, lift your voice for understanding. And talking about understanding, if you seek her as silver and search for her as for hidden treasure, then you will discern the fear of the Lord and discover the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding, and wisdom for the upright and for those who walk in integrity, guarding the paths of justice. I would challenge you to please sit down with your Bible, go to Proverbs chapter 2, review this chapter, write it down, and take some notes, make some notes. And thank you so much for listening. This is John Hauser with free advice. Today is February the 2nd, 2026. See you next time.